Hello, Gregg for online tennis instruction. I'm going to show you a way to use the wall or the backboard to help improve your contact point and also to help you to swing inside out and away from your body. So recently we were in London conducting a clinic and our intern James was there helping us, and he showed me some video of the stuff he'd been working on, and he was setting up very nicely on his forehand and his backhand, but what I noticed was when he would swing towards contact, he would get very close to his body, then right after impact the racket would come across, and what happened was the ball would sort of tail inward this way. Right, so instead of flying true end over end, the ball is actually rotating along more of a vertical axis this way and actually turning like this in the air. So what I recommended to him is that he find a backboard and use that as a tool to help him find a good contact point and have better extension to develop a longer hitting zone. So I'm going to show you now on the iPad what I'm talking about, and I'll show you the drills which I had him do. Alright, so over here we have James hitting a forehand, and we're going to watch this in regular speed. Alright, so if we go back here, and you'll see how he's preparing. So like how he gets the tip of the racket to the outside, like this. Got these left arm across, and you see how the racket's falling this way, which is excellent for developing late hitting concept. And as he starts to rotate forward and bring the hand forward, notice how the racket is kicking back this way, so it's flipping. And in doing so, what's happening is James is pre-stretching the forearm muscles, where he's storing energy where he can release it up to contact to generate massive amounts of racket head speed and spin. But notice here at impact, he gets a little too close to his body right here, and watch how the racket starts to come across a little too early. So he gets into this position, and if we track the ball, so I zoom in here, you notice how the ball starts to come across just a little bit. And he was saying that when he hits the ball, instead of going in a straight line, going end over end, the ball kind of tails this way. All right, so that's often a sign that a contact is not quite clean, getting the backside of the ball, it's getting a little bit of the outside, and that's causing the ball to rotate on a vertical axis. We'll take a look at another one here. So again, he's got a very nice setup, he's loading, this all looks good here, good unit turn, left arm is out, he's turning the shoulders past his hips. Notice how he creates a lag, tip of the racket to the outside, and then as he starts to swing forward, the racket flips, so he's storing energy, he's pre-stretching those muscles, and then right after impact, see how the racket starts to come across a little too early. He's just not able to get a good amount of true topspin where the ball goes end over end. So we're going to stop here and just show you a drill which I recommended he did using a backboard. Alright, so what we had him do was use a backboard to help clean out his contact point, and just so happened when we were setting up for the clinic inside in London, we had a little bit of extra time. They had a nice wall on the side court, so I had him do this drill. And what I recommended is he wants to kind of stay in a stationary position, because that's going to really tell him what's happening at contact. Because if your strings are slightly angled out to the left, what's going to happen? The ball's going to go that way. So now it's not going to come back to your forehand. So in order to get the ball to come right back to you, you're not having to move too much. You've got to really square the racket out towards your target. So you see I've got a little bit of a target over there, and I'm going to let the ball bounce twice. And I had him slow things down just so you can get a good, give him the opportunity to really work through that. If you try to do this at full speed, you're probably not going to succeed right away. It's going to take much longer to improve. And also I'm having him use he was using a green dot ball. I've got this orange ball. It's just a low compression ball, and it gives you more time. And this is great when you're working on technique using a backboard. So here I'm going to start my forehand and let the ball bounce twice. You'll see how I'm basically in the same position, right? Not having to move too much. That's telling me that my strings are squared out to my target. I can also tell with this ball that it's going end over end. Okay, so if I start to hook a little bit, see how the ball now will go to my backhand. That's going to instantly tell me that my racket's not squared up, right? So let's watch it again. So I'm still moving my feet here, just going nice and easy, 2 bounces. All right, so you want to do it just like that. Now I'm going to show you James executing the drill, and you'll see a very nice improvement on his hitting zone when he's doing this drill versus the original video where he's hitting against the ball machine. So let's take a look. All right, so over here on the right hand side we have James. This is after instruction. On the left, this is him warming up, all right? And you'll see very nice difference here if I try to line these up at contact. You'll see on the left hand side, notice at the same point in the swing how his hands disappeared. On the right here we can still see his hand as he's lifting from his shoulder, so he has a much longer hitting zone here. You can see how the racket's already rolled over and pulled on the left hand side. All right, so just watch that again. So we'll see how his strings go out to the target for a much longer time, and that just gives him a longer hitting zone. Plus he's going to hit the ball more on a horizontal axis where it's going to rotate end over end with true topspin. Over here on the left, as he comes around the ball, across the ball is going to rotate more on a vertical axis where it's more like a frisbee type spin. All right, but you can see here, using the wall trying to be in one position, how that's really helping to clean out his contact point. So he needs to continue to do this and make it part of his routine, and then do his best to implement this when he goes back to hitting on the ball machine.